In the middle of the winter of 1945, I think I have figured out what has been going wrong with our supply network. After getting some reports from the various supply stations, it turns out that the French naval invasion in the north has disrupted one of the train lines towards Narva, which has cut it off from Tallinn, and the southern railway line is too far damaged to be able to actually bring any meaningful amounts of supply in, which has led to the whole northern area to be disjointed from supply, unfortunately. So we will have to pull in some repairs and make sure that these railway lines here that are currently all damaged are getting back in working order. So once again, I am going to have to prioritize repairing our infrastructure over actually building something to prevent it from being bombed in the first place. But that's the reason why we're actually only needing 31 trains right now, because the whole northern region is currently without supply, which has caused a little bit of an issue for the Northern Army that has been busy taking apart the Swedish troops, but has now reached the point where we are very much out of supply and where we are no longer capable of mounting offensive operation in the area. So first order of business, we are going to get the, I'm not going to put the naval divisions anywhere just yet, maybe here, that might be a decent place. So let's put them, 2 naval divisions, and their objective, once we resume offensive operations, is going to be to cross the river line. So we'll get them in place there, but we are going to need actual supply hubs. So right now these supply positions here are not having any connection from the capital, which means they're not capable of actually supplying our troops. And the Allies have frantically moved a lot of equipment in here. We've seen French divisions, we've seen Romanian divisions on top of the usual Swiss and Swedish divisions that are already operating here. So we'll get everybody into defensive positions for now and dig in with and wait for supply to be restored, which means we're also going to need to deal with the French here, who have managed to land a light tank division, but their medium tanks are not yet. I think that's also a light tank division, actually. I think their tanks not getting anywhere, and China. Communist China has capitulated, to nobody's great surprise. Communist China now is no more, and China is now regular China. But fortunately, the Allies haven't made much of a progress in the Soviet areas anymore as well. This, I think, is an assault by an Italian tank division across a river, trying to breach against dug-in positions there. There's really no reason to do this at this point, because we don't have any supply. So we'll let that fade out, and then we are going to restore the positions here, just to make sure that these tanks are being wiped out. They should be, they're unsupplied. They're relatively powerful, actually, a relatively powerful light tank division, but they are not sure if we need additional troops. We'll send them over from Narva for now. We'll keep an eye that nobody captures Narva in the meantime, but that should be okay. The region where we're actually losing the most trains at the moment is northern Poland. So Novgorod is winding down due to the losses in bombers that they've taken, but there are only a few bombers active in Poland, but we just don't have the AA to deal with them. For now, we just need to fix our railway network to get the general situation back under control. So we'll let that run for now. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. Oh, that's like 3 days. Well, we'll get there eventually. I think we are okay dealing with these French tanks. We'll send one more division in just in case, but then in the north here, nothing's happening right now. And hopefully the supply situation improves as we go. Yeah, that looks already better. I think we're starting to repair the railway lines. We're maintaining 21 operational trains at this point, which is nowhere near enough. But the losses have abated a little bit, I think. 24 trains over the last 30 days. Try and make that 25. We are ramping up production of trains, both civilian and armored trains. So that's hopefully going to get better as we go as well. And yeah, we've lost all the... France has decrypted our ciphers. We've lost all the... unfortunately, we've lost the production efficiency on infantry equipment. We'll get that back eventually, but for now... Can we send that? Not yet. Train network's not yet ready. For now, we need to solve this problem. We now have supply connection from the capital again, which is good, but obviously we don't have the range to actually reach the troops at the front lines. So I think our repair efforts have been successful, and we have re-established the supply situation. So we can once again prioritize the construction of anti-air across the states, and to make sure that we have that all under control. We were building a radar station in Nevel, which we are going to be able to use to dealing with these things. There's still a larger number of bombers, but I do wonder, given that Poland is now where we have more problems, we might redirect the we'll redirect the fighters for now over eastern Poland, which means we can deprioritize the radar station, and we do need to prioritize the Polish air zone AA at this point. So Wilno and however you pronounce that, Nowogrodek, something like that. And then we'll do that first, and we will get the fighters up in the air over eastern Poland to interrupt the bombers there. Hopefully that doesn't do too much harm in Novgorod. We'll see. But right now we're taking significantly more losses in Poland, so these 100 bombers there need to be interrupted. That's why we're setting them out on interception. And I don't know what we're facing there, but it looks like biplanes, so maybe we can manage to shoot some of the escorts down, and hopefully the bomber losses will increase to the point that they're no longer focusing there. And yes, 19 trains. They're still bombing more trains than we can build, but the bigger issue is that we are going to need a port facility, and that means we were going to need one here basically. I might build it in the north first. So we need one here, and we need a railway connection from the existing network. Ideally just behind the coastline, so they don't get destroyed instantly on naval invasions. And we are going to need another seaport. Well, this is not too far away. We'll build it here. This is a dangerous position to put it, because we might lose that river position, so maybe not there. Maybe we will... yeah, naval base construction cancelled. Maybe we will just build it behind the river line, and then we just have to connect the railway here. There we go. Okay. That unfortunately now needs to be scheduled, and right now we need to deal with the air situation. So once again we have to take a break here, but hopefully this has managed to pull some allied divisions off the Russian lines. I don't know if this is just Americans fighting here. Moscow is still standing. I think the Soviets have managed to push back a little bit. What else can we do? We're reasonably done here, honestly. We've got this already under research. We can finish off the anti-tank. I'm not sure if I'm actually using recon anywhere. These don't have recon. These don't have recon. These have recon. These divisions don't have any recon. And these divisions actually do have recon. So we may actually have to give these the maintenance companies as well for equipment capture. So let's do that. Anybody else who's without maintenance companies? These guys have maintenance companies. These guys have, and my regular divisions have as well. I think the cavalry divisions probably don't. No, they do actually, so that's fine. Okay, so that's done. What was I looking at? No, I forgot what I was looking at. Oh yeah, recon. Is there anything beyond just getting more recon? Yeah, we'll do it. I mean, I've got nothing better to do to research really. Although maybe we can. We're done with the torpedoes. Maybe we'll just get the 1944 submarine hull going. Yeah, let's do that. We are building a couple of submarines, and we are getting attacked here. Who is this? It's the Americans now. Okay. Relatively weak position here. They have probably noticed that we are starting to have supply issues. We're still waiting for the... that fortification needs to be done as well. It's this one. Okay. I am gonna put that back just to finish that. While before the rest of the allies decides that they need to assault us here as well. This is actually, I haven't checked if any of my generals has no useful traits to assign at the moment. My paratrooper divisions are here. And yeah, maybe once we push forward enough, we can take Stockholm behind the lines. For now, I'm just going to get them to train up, and that's all we're going to be doing right now until the train situation is under control. They are bringing fighters over, understandably, but so far we're trading relatively well, and we are starting to shoot a few bombers down, but they do have, these are British bombers here that are in the air. What are we actually? Can I see what types of bombers I'm actually facing here? I have no idea. This is a wild mix of all kinds of things. So we'll see how that goes. Mission efficiency here is not particularly good. I am, however, going to be able to, hopefully, I should be able to give them additional ground crews. Oh, there it is. Yeah, more ground crews. We don't have radar in this region, so we're currently just building up the radar in the northern region here in Nivelle, but we are building up the AA, and hopefully that'll help. This is an annoying situation. I might have to split my focus here between 20 trains still maintaining, and we are still losing, yeah, not many in Novgorod region. It's the Eastern Poland region in this case. So, yeah, definitely going to focus on anti-air at this point. And there is is that another British, another American naval invasion? Okay, we have turned an enemy agent. Wow, we gained a double agent. Nice. We've got 2. That's awesome. What's that naval invasion here? How many? Two American divisions. Flying Dutchman trying to land in Tallinn. Didn't I have? Okay, I don't know where this division went, but it's returning now. But I think we can hold Tallinn here against that naval invasion. I don't think they're powerful enough, but there might be additional divisions landing next to it. And we've captured a Yugoslavian operative. Yes, we have a way to make her talk. So I know I should have 2, right? Or is that... No, I'm not recruiting any... I should have gotten a double agent somewhere. Where is she? I am unsure. Okay, yeah, the Americans have landed here. So we're going to stop the exercises, just in case the paratroopers need to defend themselves. And they are trying to assault us now from land as well, but we should be able to take them out there. This doesn't affect our supply. 22 trains, slightly better. And we are sending, yeah, we are getting our division back there. Two divisions, 2 American divisions. We should be able to deal with that. We'll get this one to hurry up if possible. Get here please, on the train if you can. Yep, let's get them there just in time to help with the defense of Tallinn. I don't think my paratroopers are capable of doing anything because these are very, very tiny divisions. Okay, counterattack. And we can get them into the fight. I mean, they're here, so we may as well. Gives them a little bit of experience. So we'll get some paratrooper division in here as well. All right, and yep, that should be the end of these. Okay, 1 division's already down, 1 more, and then we've got it. And 25 trains. I think we're starting to make a difference with the division, the air in northern Poland. Yeah, they have stopped the bombing campaign. So where are they still bombing at this point? Okay, they're no longer operating up. They have some bombers in the air. I might leave the fighter wings up here. And we are getting probing attacks now. Okay, the Americans are definitely getting a little restless. They're sending probing attacks across the front line here. We're starting to have fortifications in Rzeszów, which is good. Another French naval invasion in Narva. Or is it? Yeah, it's the French this time. So they are probably going to be sending tanks. So I'll already move the where's this one? Naval invasion in Novgorod. Is that this? That must be this one. And the other one is no. That's this one. I have okay. They might be trying to attack Leningrad as well. So I am actually thinking of sending one of my mobile divisions up north in this case. Let's get this division positioned here. And let's get them into place. Please take the train. Okay, paratroopers are victorious. We have... you can stay in Tallinn. We have taken the... we have defeated that invasion, and these are American probing attacks along the front lines. But these divisions, what are these? 22nd Infantry Division, not very powerful so far. Yeah, definitely the Americans are now on the lines here and are starting to probe our defenses. It could be that that is due to us defeating and pulling so many Allied divisions up in the north here. So we are starting to see our train stock going up. That is good. And what else can we research here? Recon planes might be nice to have at some point, but let's do the recon company. I thought I did that already. Didn't I do that? Oh no, I was doing the submarines instead, I think. Okay, so we are definitely going to finish the. We're definitely going to have to finish the AA, so we don't run into this problem again along these lines here. Baltic states, we're not getting attacked here. Just fighters in the air here. Just fighters at the moment in northern Poland, and Novgorod still has some bombers, but it's definitely been reduced. And yeah, they have significant losses from the ground-based AA at this point. So I think. That might be relatively in a relatively good state. Now let's just make sure that this naval invasion here doesn't get anywhere. Yep, there they go. Okay, so we're already pulling troops from Tallinn. Narva needs to hold, and I am bringing troops over from Leningrad to deal with these French divisions here. How powerful are they? It's another light tank division. But it appears to have enough infantry that doesn't even register as one, so I don't think these are particularly powerful. We'll deal with them as we go. I think that is not necessarily going to be a problem. We are suffering from from naval bombardment, but we have we have some capability of actually even getting through the armor of that division. Not too much, but a little. So we'll wait for the motorized division to come in. I am tempted to bring the northern port in to continue the momentum in the north there, and also, yeah, I'll do that probably. I also don't want the okay, that goes first, then that, then that. I also don't want the troops to suffer attrition too much here, so we'll start building up actually the southern port's more important, not the Nord-Norge one, the other one, because we have more troops, Lapland, that one and that one, because we have more troops in the south, and that's where the more powerful divisions are. I don't want to suffer too much from attrition there as well. Okay, I think we can just hold. I'm gonna hold Narva because I have troops coming in from all directions to clean this up anyway. So American probing attacks. How many troops are they losing on these little attacks? Not many. It's just small little probing attacks here that across the front lines. They cost them a couple hundred men every time. I mean, it adds up eventually, because we are not taking any losses in return, given how entrenched our divisions are. But still, you know. Okay, so we've got the motorized troops now on the attack here. We can support that from the Narva position, and we've got some troops on the other side coming in. Still not sure what the Novgorod naval invasion is looking like. I mean, I don't see where they could invade there. And yeah, I keep seeing these little probing attacks. Yep, I don't mind. Feel free to, but all good if you want to do that. How long is it going to take to build that port? That is going to take until March. Yeah, unfortunately, these ports, while they are faster to build than supply hubs, they still take a veritable amount of time. We can, however, already bring the guns down, the big gun, the railway gun, the Eisenbahnbatterie. Okay, how's this looking now? You can actually help out wiping out this one, and you can assist with the assault there. Okay. And that division is going to deal with the other one. How is our logistics? I think our train lines are recovering. We are seeing bombers in the air in Poland. So yes, we are losing in trains in northern Poland, and small amounts in the Novgorod region. But Poland is definitely the more troublesome area. And yes, we're starting to shoot down some bombers, but we have a very low air detection, so we don't actually see the buggers, because the radar station that we're building does not have range over the region. We will need radar in Poland. We've already got that scheduled, but yeah, we've got many more things to do. So, but hopefully we can recover. Hopefully our situation will recover. And then we can continue the offensive operations while we are waiting for the ports to be constructed. Once that port is finished, I'm going to use that production line for the other port in the north. But that'll hopefully allow us to... That's another naval invasion here. They're never going to get through that. It's the Dutch again. Yeah, they're not going to get through that. The thing is here that there is some supply in the south. So if we can launch the offensive from here and effectively remove supply from all these divisions in the north, then that might be a decent first objective. Taking the airport in Norrland, taking these supply hubs is going to be our first objective. So having supply here is essential, and that's what we're working towards. And we're almost at the point where we can take down this little French incursion here, which does not affect our transport lines. So Just keeping an eye on these little assaults across the border by the Americans. Okay, now we're starting to engage the French. Cannons 2 are finished. And yeah, that's an infantry division. Okay, so that's just a regular infantry division. We can't... we haven't researched jet engines. Maybe that's something we can actually work towards. So, I mean, we do not want to drop nuclear bombs, but jet engines might not be a terrible idea. We'll see. I mean, it's 1946, so jet aircraft should definitely be on the menu at some point, and we'll see how that's going to work out. Okay, how is this looking now? 9 trains lost. We are losing trucks as well, obviously, but trucks is not so much of a problem. But now they have withdrawn their bombers again, and they're once again focusing, I think, on the Novgorod region. So now they're sending in sporadic bomber wings, but it's not as many anymore. I'm going to leave the fighters here anyway, but we still need to work on building up the state level AA here. Right now we've got two guns, 2 state level AA guns, which is not going to do an awful lot. Whereas in Novgorod we've got 13, so the bomber losses are going to be relatively severe, and hopefully the amount of trains that they'll destroy is less so. I definitely will be probably getting up to a stockpile of about 200 before I start moving the factories around again, and yeah, just leave it on that for now. Okay, almost done with the next AA gun, and we have cleaned up the position here, which is good. I might just bring this division there, just to defend that position next to Tallinn, because that's where they've been focusing quite a bit recently. I'm not currently sending the naval bombers out because they the bomber wings, they're still refilling. They can train up actually, but I'm not currently sending them out because we're focusing all production on fighter craft at this point, and we're still very much short on fighters. So we're doing what we can to try and rebuild our situation here. But until we have supply in this area here, there's no one's going to move. So that definitely needs to have priority. And then once that's connected, then that should be okay to bring us all the way to this port in naval base in Norland. Again, we could probably get the paratroopers to drop here, but we have 500 enemy fighters in the air, so not so sure about that. They definitely have more planes than we do, and then challenging them on planes is definitely also not going to be something that will work. So right now we'll just we'll sit back and observe for a while. I'm going to speed it up a little bit until we have the naval base ready here, which is going to supply the southern flank, and then we'll do another push here. I wonder if we can exploit the cavalry, because I do have the two mountain divisions up north, but unfortunately they're unsupplied, and they're now facing some quite significant opposition here. So I think from here on out it's going to be a hard one, and probably the first order of business is going to be to take. That's the port facility, is it? Is that the naval base? Is that the same? I know, I think this is the naval base. So this is probably the naval base that we need to take. So once we have the supply here, that should reach us all the way here. We're taking the naval base and the adjacent one, and then we'll be in a good position. Okay, the train destruction has lessened. I think the losses that they've been taken or that they are taking in bombers are just too severe, and that's our AA. Just we're not disrupting them, but that's mostly our AA shooting them down actually. So that's something we will just have to We will just have to complete as much as possible to ensure that that they're just not going to have the capability of disrupting us every time. Again, little incursions there. How many troops are they losing on these? Yeah, just like American probing attacks across the front line. Nothing severe just yet. We're building up our supply again of trains, and I'll cancel the civilian train production at some point. It's just are the Germans attacking here? I think the Germans are trying to run assaults here, but this line is fortified. How are the Russians doing for now? I'm just going to keep an eye on the port construction. How are the Russians doing for now? Moscow is still standing, but I'm not sure if they're being pushed or if they're pushing back. Okay, naval invasion in Vipoli by the French again, so that's fine. We can just let our guard divisions deal with that. And again, probing attacks here. Yeah, I'm not sure if the Soviets are actually losing ground or gaining ground here. Haven't really paid too much attention to the front lines there, but I think like if they could push back towards the river, that'd be good, honestly. But it's been relatively static, and I think they would have to push all the way here in order to capitulate the Soviet Union. So for now, I think that's pretty much a stalemate there, unless we change the fate of things quite radically. And honestly, I don't have too much of an issue with the Soviets at this point. It's more the Allies that are concerning me, especially these American attacks here. I'm wondering if this is a signal of something larger to come. But our port is finished, which means we can now prioritize the port from the other side. That goes up again. And that'll happen, and then that happens. In fact, we need this. We need the railway connection to the port, and that'll need to happen on the quick. And in 5 days, then we should have supply here again, and then we can start mounting the next offensive operation. Just keeping an eye on the attacks here along the front lines. Oh, what's going on here? Yeah, that's the Americans, really. They are launching all-out assaults now, and the some Polish divisions in accompanying. So they definitely have joined the Polish in running these sort of general attacks here. This is an assault that I'm not particularly. Norska has been wounded, not particularly fond of. Yeah, definitely American divisions now starting to cause trouble. This is Brest-Litevsky. Do not necessarily know if I need to if I worry about losing that. It'll be a supply hub, but supply hubs we've got enough supply hubs. It'll just make the front line longer if we're losing this position. So we might need. We can't build fortifications because that's German territory. Okay, I'm gonna do the best effort here of holding this, and we are. Yeah, we are not. We're not. If the Germans collapse, then we'll retreat towards our own lines here. But this looks actually dangerous. What are we facing? No, it's not. Just stay where you are. It's fine. That position has a level 3 fortification, and yeah, they can. These are Polish divisions, but we have an incredible amount of firepower here in this position. So another naval invasion in Riga this time. I hate Riga naval invasions. Train back to there on the quick, because that tends to cut the southern areas off railway connections. So have we completed the construction in Lapland? I think we are almost complete. And yes, we have a supply connection, but I think it's insufficient. So we're getting bottlenecks here to supply the troops here at this position. I might pull the yeah, I am going to change the front line here, and that's the last thing I do for this episode. I'll pull the rest of the 3rd into the north, and that should alleviate the strain on the supply positions, because we've got the 1st armies positioned here, and almost finished. So let's see if that gets better after this is finished, and then there we go. And I think we are saturated, sort of, in terms of no, we're good. I think we just have to refill the supply for the troops here. Okay, so I think, have they landed? Yes, of course they have landed in Riga. I knew they were going to do this every time. I'm gonna move them over there and get them sorted out again. This happens every time that they land in this place. That's why I originally had somebody stationed there, but I had moved them off. So and another naval invasion in Tallinn as well. It's the French again. So we are holding this position with the paratroopers. Okay, in that case I'm gonna move that division up north here just to prevent them from landing. And we take 2 divisions here who are going to clear up this Dutch incursion, because that's a cross-river attack. As long as they're not moving, can I take them across the river? We'll find out. Okay, that's not a strong Dutch division. I think I can actually even take them across the river. Okay, that should be all right. Right, so it's been a little bit of a slow episode. Oh, have we lost a position here against American troops? Yeah, please counterattack. I want that back. Not sure what happened there, but retake that position in reserve, please, before they can reinforce that. I would like to hold that if possible. I'm not gonna dig out the other 2 here. Okay, we've retaken it. Now, do we have fortifications here? Yes, we've got level 2-4 here. So the American assaults are definitely starting to sting. Is that? Did we lose a position here? I think we started losing positions here while I wasn't looking. Yeah, the American assaults are definitely starting to sting here. We may have to counter. Is this? No, this is not. This is Polish territory. So I'm not sure if we were holding this or not. I can't remember. But it is possible that we did, and I just didn't pay attention. But it's also possible that we didn't, and we've just held the Grodno position here. Okay, I'm gonna stay where we are and not go any further until, yeah, I sort of thought I remember that we were holding the salient here, but I might have been wrong there. Don't wanna retake it necessarily. If we did hold it previously. Just seeing some troops moving around in the countryside makes me nervous. That's not normally something I like seeing. Rebalancing positions here. So we'll see. More American assaults than I like, honestly. Another thing to worry about. So last look before we end the episode on our train losses. 6 trains here. 10 trains there again, so we may have to bring the fighters back north at this point and refocus on Novgorod. Yeah, our fighter wings are pretty severely depleted, unfortunately. So it's not an awful lot. Yeah, they're about at half strength at this point. And we had a sabotage. Estonian troops advance into Polish army has blown up some factories. Okay, I think I need to pay closer attention to the front lines at home with the increased amount of American aggression here. And I don't know what that is all about, but it worries me. So let's get our trains under control. And then we probably want to... Why are my troops moving around? That's another thing I dislike, to see troops moving around here on the front lines. Please dig in and stay in your dug-in positions. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. But other than that, the goal remains to take the rest of Sweden and Norway. And now that we have some supply, at least in the south, I think we will be able to... Unfortunately, we've got the Italians here as well. We will be able to relaunch the offensive and take their supply hubs and hopefully crush them in the north. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.